Hi guys. So this is the merge cube. Yeah, it's an accessory that allows you with an accompanying app to present augmented content on top of it, and can be games and different type of apps, and there are quite plenty of them exist for Android and iOS. So what I'm talking about here, first of all, I'm going to create some interesting reviews about certain apps soon. So why I'm talking about all this and why I have all those toys around, I'll explain. So soon Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is coming out, and for those of you who don't know, it's a brawler game for Nintendo Switch, and I personally really like this game, and to be honest, I haven't played it just yet, but I played similar games before and I really like them. And today it made me think about, what if we can play a multiplayer augmented reality Super Smash Bros. Like brawler game on the Merge Cube? This can be interesting. You're probably thinking, come on, are you kidding me? But please let me explain. So yeah, it should be a multiplayer, and of course I'm not talking about just multiplayer, local multiplayer. I'm talking about an online multiplayer. This means that when another player plays the game on the Merge Cube, the location of its character is relative to the Merge Cube itself. So if the other players hold the device like this, the Merge Cube like this, for example, and on this side, and his character is positioned on this side, if the other player who plays the game will see his opponent player located on this side as well. So it all should be synchronized. Now I thought about, how you actually gonna move the characters. Like it's gonna be, for example, a character here, yeah, and maybe it should be smaller, but yeah, it should be smaller. How do you move it? So to make it intuitive, I think the way to move it is just rotate it around. So if you rotate the cube, your character will move to the area that should be like maybe positioned at the y-axis, at the top. So for example, if I move it like this, it will still be in this location. If I move it like this, it will be this location, and this way I can just move it around. It will auto rotate forward, probably towards the user, or maybe towards a certain endpoint, so you can know exactly which side your character is facing. Maybe it's gonna face the enemy, I'm not sure yet, but the idea is that the controls should be intuitive, and the movement should be done using the rotation of the cube itself. Now one more thing, so the fight should be quite similar to Super Smash Bros. In a sense that you can deal damage to your enemy, and then if you deal enough damage, you have the option to just hit him and send him out to the sky, out of the cube. And it can be really cool with imaging some nice visual effects, and just hit the character and you just kick him out, and then he spawns in another random location somewhere on the cube. It can be really cool. Now of course the size of the cube is quite limited, and you want the characters to be quite visible. So if you, for example, this one, it's too large, of course, so you should make them smaller, and I think you can even play it with even 2 or 4 players at the same cube. Even in Super Smash Brothers, the characters at the stage is pretty small. This one is going to be small as well. And one more thing about the design. So if you design a game like this, the size of the stage shouldn't be like the same size of the Merge Cube. Of course, you can create a virtual content, virtual stage that is much larger than the cube itself, and then you have more room to put the characters on top. So for example, if this is the cube, so if you build a stage, you can make it like larger, like this size, yeah. But you just need to consider usability, yeah. So if it's too large, won't be very easy for the user to hold it close to the phone, because it covers a large area of the screen. So there's some consideration that you should be aware of. But overall, just keep in mind that it's not just the size of the facet of the cube which you are limited to. Now I want to also talk about a few moves, gameplay mechanics that you want to implement in such a game. For example, if you hold a device like that and you want to evade enemy attack, you can just do like something like this. Let's move it like this, and the character will just move up, you know, of the cube. And this will be interesting because you have a detachment of the character from the cube itself. It's like it's floating in midair and then goes back. And of course it doesn't matter if it's like this or like this, because it's like having gravity, so it's still gonna attach to the cube. And it can be fun. You can also, if you want to move fast, you can just instead just do something like this, you know, move fast. So it accelerates, the character accelerates. It can be really fun, instead of just moving slowly. So you can quickly change positions. So you can like flank your enemy from the back, like doing something like this. And you flank the enemy from the back and then attack him. Alright? Oh, and another thing is that, of course, the stage shouldn't be flat. Yeah, it should have other types of obstacles maybe, or things and items on it. You know, something similar to Super Smash Bros. But then you can just hold the cube, load the game, and play a brawler, a multiplayer brawler on the cube itself. And this can be so cool. I mean, really exciting. And I really want to see somebody prototyping something like that and trying it out and see how it works, because this is the type of game that I will just play straight away, I'm telling you. And I'm actually thinking about buying Super Smash Bros. And jumping into this game, because I love fighting games. But the problem with fighting games is that they were too complicated for me. They take a lot of time to get used to and learn all the combos, and this was too much. And actually Super Smash Bros. Seems like a game that you can jump right into very quickly. It's more like a casual fighting game, but it has its own depth, so you can still learn some tricky moves and combos as well. Anyway, so what do you think about this? Do you want to see a brawler game, Super Smash Bros. Like game on the Merge Cube? If so, just vote for it, share your opinion. I hope some developer, I'm not a Merge Cube developer, I'm just a web developer, so I'm not going to do this, but hopefully a developer sees this and might pick up this idea and make it a reality. Who knows? Yeah, that's it. So tell me what you think in the comment section below. I want to hear your opinions, whether you think it's a bad idea, it's a good idea, what do you think, you know, what do you think about this idea in general. Thank you, and see you on the next video. Bye bye.